lens cover. Oh, I'm kicking ass tonight. It's 113 degrees right now, 8 o'clock at night. Las Vegas had a record temperature today. 120 degrees at the airport. That's where they do the... It was probably about $1.17, $1.18 right here today. Easy, easy. I took the dogs inside today during the hottest part of the day. Shut up, guys. Come on, man. Trying to make sure I get the right clip. I don't want them to be on choker. Easy, easy. You know, I often wondered if I accidentally dropped this leash, I think these dogs would be fucking gone. I don't think they would stop. So just don't drop it. I don't think they would stop. I don't think, girl, stop. Slow, slow. I don't think Knee-High would stop. I think Buck might stop, but because Knee-High keeps, or not Knee-High, Sixie. Her name is Sixie. I don't think she would stop. Easy, easy, guys. Let's slow this baby down. Well, Shakur Stevenson won his fight last night. 135 division, I think it is. 130 or 35. He would love to fight Tank Davis or Lomachenko. You know, that type of stuff. Ryan Garcia's brother lost last night. Hey, hey, slow it down. We can't go too far because these guys, they will get gassed out for sure. Okay, you want to go this way? Okay. Hey, watch that pole. Wow. Anyways, the Nate Diaz Jorge Masvidal fight. Diaz won, but it could have went either way. It all depends how you want to judge it. You know what I'm saying? Diaz had the volume, but Jorge had the power punches. And Diaz, most of his punches would be about the equivalent of my ex-girlfriend hitting me. She weighed 110 pounds, guys. Let me tell you, they're just a little tiny pitter-pat punches. Personally, I had Jorge winning the fight myself. I mean, his punches were much more professional. You know, Nate Diaz did turn his back again. I don't know if he knows how stupid that looks. You know, where you turn your back on the fighter, the guy you're fighting. Oh, man. That... Well, we had Sugar Sean O'Malley. Hey, get out that picky. He was a commentator, color guy. His commentating debut, he did a good job. Started off a little rusty there. There was a few times where the lead guy there cued him, and in the beginning, and he didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he did pretty good for his first time doing it. He settled right into it. Hey. Yeah, we won't be able to go. We'll take just a short run here today. Huh, girl? But then at the end of the fight, Nate Diaz is calling out Leon Edwards. Ain't gonna happen. Nate is 39 years old. And he's calling out Jake Paul again. I think Jake Paul weighs about 240 now. Not that he couldn't cut down weight, but I certainly don't want to see that again, and I certainly don't want to see him turning his back on Leon Edwards. I think that'd be kind of foolish. Little tiny pitter-pat punches. Mostly slaps. He doesn't really deliver a hard punch. They're slap punches. The other commentator, boxer guy. Let's see here. Which way should we go today? I don't think we better go down that hill. It's very hot out today. This walk has got to be a short one. It's got to be a short walk. Yeah, even the next couple of days, it's probably going to be the same thing. A $1.18, $1.19, $1.20. So we'll break another record tomorrow probably for that day. It's about a $1.13, maybe $1.14 right now, 8 o'clock at night. Very hot. Was doing a little dinking around on the computer today. Of course, you don't do anything outdoors. And we were checking out Whistler for mountain biking. The local bike place here has a chairlift and brings you up, but it's a no can do. It's what is it, 80 bucks during the week, $100 on the weekends. It's here locally at Lee Canyon snowboard, ski, mountain bike area, but it's 2 hours, okay, guided. So you have to follow a guide down the hill. Now, I'm sure that there's probably 5 to 10 people in the group, and most of them are novices. Can you imagine having to wait for everybody to go down the trail? And I don't know how many times you can get in 2 hours, but it's not going to happen. The one in Vegas is stupid. But Whistler, there's a bazillion rides up there. You can have 5,000 feet of vertical drop. They've got beginners, intermediate is blue, black, double black, and then red. It would be for professionals. You know what I'm saying? You go down there, you pop off some of the beginners, do some of the intermediates, and then maybe do some black. probably not even, you'll probably even stay up. I would personally stay off a double black. There's going to be a lot of jumps on those courses, and you've got to have your speed down. You know, as you go to Whistler more and more and more, you'll do a lot of those, but you're not just going to jump right off the fucking, you know, jump right off the turnip truck and start doing that shit. But certainly, I did watch a guy do a, I think it was a black run today. It was a pretty good run, pretty high speed. And you certainly wouldn't use the electric bikes there. You would just use your regular bikes. It's a downhill. Number one, they wouldn't let you use them for one reason. For two, they wouldn't let me use mine anywhere over there because they're class 3 bikes. These guys wanted more. It's too hot. Anyways, Whistler's 1,350 miles away. A very, very difficult. Very difficult drive. I mean, $1,300 miles away. Oh my God, that's two days of driving, 10-hour days. I mean, if you drove, which you're going to do, you know what I'm saying? I mean, in my case, you're not going to fly there. The airport's 2.5 an hour. It's in Vancouver, 2.5 hours away from the Whistler. So you would have to rent, if you were to fly there, you'd have to rent a car. You could camp, I guess, but you'd have to have camping gear. Or if you stay in any hotel in Whistler, it's going to cost you an arm and leg. Who knows, $300-400 a night probably. I don't know. I didn't search that out. But to rent a bike there for a day is $200. Naturally, you're not going to rent bikes. Even if you flew, you would take your own bike there. But it's $100 a day there too. And you can start early in the morning, go all day, do as many runs as you want. So now that I can wrap my head around, you know what I'm saying? Take the chair up, you can go, you know, there's multiple places you can get off, elevations, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to go all the way to the top on the first couple runs. But anyways, just thinking about it, I'd have to tune up my two bikes to do that. You know, get the brakes all geared up, get the new tubes in the tires, maybe even new tires. But you would take both of them, you know what I'm saying? You'd have both of them with you at the place. I mean, if you drove up there, you'd have both of them. If you flew, you would only take one. It'd be a pain in the ass to fly. It'd be a pain in the ass to drive up there. If you drove up, you'd probably stay at a campground, maybe 20-30 miles from Whistler. Even that would probably cost you $50 a night, maybe more. And you would also have to be able to keep your dogs there during the day unattended. You know what I'm saying? They'd have to let you do that. You can't take any guns into Canada. There's a lot of rules and regulations for that beast. Okay, did you guys cool off? But anyways, just something to think about. You know, it'd be a brutal ride there, brutal ride back. You know, you certainly would probably get to the campground for the third night. I don't want to pressure myself in driving 10 hours, 11, 12 hours a day to get there. You know what I'm saying? Refueling and everything. I would take the Jeep. Man, it would be brutal. I would probably take, you know, who knows? it'd be nice to take both electrics. You're not going to ride anywhere in Canada with the electrics. They're not going to let you do that. I'm sure they monitor that area pretty heavy. And I know even in Whistler, they have cops on bicycles there, and you can get citations for riding your bike on the sidewalks there. You know what I'm saying? You have to push your bike when you walk on the sidewalks. But anyways, it's something planted. There is some badass rides up there. You know what I'm saying? You certainly would want to spend several days riding, 3, maybe 4 days every day, all day. You'd be probably beat down pretty bad, but it would be, I mean, if you're going to drive that far, you're going to definitely ride for 3 days, every day, all day. If not 4, have an option to do the 4th too. 2 bikes in case you get problems with a bike. You know, with a flat tire or something, you can always, if you're there at the Whistler, you can go grab the other bike off your bike rack and, you know, throw the one with the flat tire on, fix it later, that type of shit. Oh, that would be a brutal ride. You probably would get the extension for the, there's an extension for my Kuat bike rack. I can get an extension and carry 2 more bikes. And then certainly you would put the lightest bikes out on the far end of the bike rack. Be one hell of a trip, man. Brutal trip. 1,300 miles drive is a very, very difficult drive. You know, but you would have everything, all the logistics worked out, you know, to where you would know where you're staying. The dogs would be okay there during the day. You know, you would ride all day, come back, have a nice shower at your campsite. Hopefully they would have a jacuzzi too. That would be nice. Anyways, just something to think about, you know what I mean? I'm going to shut you down. I had lights and everything. Okay. Let's see, is that as bright as it goes? I'm the light man, cameraman, actor, stunt man, video man, audio man, writer. Look at these boys want to go again, but look at them panting like fools. They're panting like fools. Yeah, I took them inside when it was extremely hot. They can handle a $112, $113, but when it starts getting up higher than that, you can feel their fur, and their fur is hot. So they could handle it. Keep in mind, they've got a lot of cool water. They've got dense shade, and they have cool ground to lay on. I keep the ground damp. So a lot of times you'll look at them when it's 114 degrees out here. They're not even panting. Anyways, guys, Whistler's on my radar, but I don't know, man. I'd like to take the Tesla, but you can't do that, man. You would spend so much time stopped charging the car. Oh my God. That 20-hour drive there would turn out to be 30 hours if you had to wait to get your car charged constantly. Oh my God. That would be the straw that breaks the camel's back. If you were to take your electric car on that trip, that would be the last time you would ever do such a thing, because you would realize, holy fuck, this is a pain in the ass. Short trips, okay, I can manage that. You know what I'm saying? Where you have to get a charge. Say I were to go to Fish Lake, you know, I would charge in Mesquite, I would charge in Cedar City, Beaver, Richfield, and then of course you would have to use your generators from there to get back to Cedar City. Anyways, doing that trip over to there, oh my God, it would be brutal. Oh, let me feel my... Yeah, she's warm. Okay, I'm going to shut you down.